you know, he got really close to this other wrap that was almost about to like pull him in, but then he went through a rapid without a raft. And I'm just like, he's gonna die. Like, what's going on? This is gonna be the worst bachelor party. Hey guys, James here with another mukbang. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you click on the bell notification down below so you don't miss out on any updates. Today we are having Chipotle. I actually filmed a little bit of me inside of the restaurant ordering, so I'm gonna let you guys see exactly what I got in this clip. Could I get a bowl? Yeah, for here. To go, please. White or brown rice? Brown rice. Black or pinto beans? I'll do black. I'll do carnitas and chicken. Half and half or double? Yes, half and half, sorry. Would you like any sauces? Yeah, I'll do the Pico de gallo. Pico de gallo? Anything else, sir? And then everything from this point on. Alright. Does that include the guacamole as well? Yes, please. Half chicken, half carnitas with guacamole? No thanks. So yeah, this is basically everything I got here. It kind of just looks like a lettuce mound. So it's not pretty for a thumbnail, that's for sure. So I'm gonna have to think about a clever thumbnail to get you guys enticed to like want to watch this. But Mark has work late today, so I was off to fend for myself, and Chipotle sounded good. I was going to do a low carb version of it, but I decided against it after, you know, what, 2 days of not having any carbs really. But as you guys know, we're about to go on our bachelor's trip tomorrow. So you guys will either see this the day before or the day of our bachelor party. So let's get started. I always like adding a little Tabasco as well. It gives it a nice like twang. Is that a word, twang? I'm also experimenting with my camera settings. So actually right now I'm using manual focus, and I have no idea if this will be watchable. But since I dug into it just a little bit, you can kind of see what I got there. So yeah, I've been back to work for 3 days and then taking Friday and Monday off. And I'm really excited for this trip because all of our wedding party, or if you guys have been following us for a while, you know that we are calling it the inner circle. I think everyone's gonna be able to make it, which is really awesome. There's 12 people in total, not including me and Mark. So that would be 14 of us. We have a couple of people like flying in for this, so it's just really exciting to have everyone together. I really feel like the last time we've done this was probably someone else's wedding. So it'll be really neat to like party with everyone. Yeah, I was gonna get the, is it called the sofritas? Is that the tofu-like one, or the non-meat one? But it didn't look that good today, so I ended up getting carnitas and chicken. I'll usually get beef if the steak looks like a little rare, but if it looks really dry, I don't bother. More Tabasco. So I have a number of things to do before we head out tomorrow morning. One of which is packing. I'm not a huge fan of packing. But the details as far as what we're doing is between me and Mark. We have no idea what we're doing, actually. We've been instructed to bring an all-white outfit. And, of course, I didn't have white pants on hand. I think the last time I had an all-white outfit was when I was Miley Cyrus for, I was going to say Christmas, but I was like, why would I dress up like Miley Cyrus for Christmas? For Halloween. That was a few years ago. If I'm feeling adventurous enough, I'll stick a photo somewhere around here. But thankfully, we ordered the right size for me. You guys don't need to know my jean size at this point in time. I'm hoping that I'll be okay after eating this, but I should be fine. But yeah, white, it's not usually a flattering color, I feel like, to wear. I'm more of like, wear all black, so it's more slim fitting looking. But I think if I have a few drinks in me, I won't even care what I look like at a certain point. Yeah, I have no idea where we're staying. Maybe a house, like Airbnb type situation. That'll be fun. I think the last time I stayed at an Airbnb was probably with like a group of coworkers. We had gone for like a retreat. And that was a lot of fun because you can just be comfortable. It's not like a hotel. Sometimes hotels could feel very, I guess it depends on which ones you stay at, but it just feels like not somewhere you could like be relaxed or at ease. But don't worry, if we stay at a hotel, I still love you guys. Don't watch this and be like, oh crap, James didn't want to be at a hotel. Like we said, me and Mark didn't say like we need to do this or that. I mean, I think there's a couple obvious things, like we want to make sure we eat good food. We want to make sure we drink. So I think as long as those two bases are covered, it should be a great weekend. I love going on bachelor parties. We've been to a couple co-ed bachelorette parties. Is that what they're called? Co-ed, bachelor, bachelorette. We've done joint ones. I mean, I feel like I can think of a distinct memory from each of them, actually. I'm even trying to remember how many I've gotten to go on. Might need to make a list. I mean, if I think about it, probably been to at least 5. Of course, I want to say the #1 destination has probably been Vegas. Of course. I think this might be a better shot of the cross section of my bowl. Yeah, Vegas, I've gone to at least 3 of them there. I guess the other thing is like, usually when you go on a bachelor, bachelorette party or whatever, you don't really get to talk about it. So I'm even just trying to recall things, but a lot of times you take photos and then those photos, they never see, you know, the light of day. So we've done Vegas a few times, and it's what you would expect. It's like going to the clubs, probably hitting up a buffet or a nice dinner. Maybe some exotic dancers. I don't know why. I like saying strippers just sounds so, I don't know. Exotic dancing sounds better. All that jazz, right? And then on the other spectrum, we've done very like outdoorsy type trips as well. One of them we did camping. Actually, that was probably the first time I had gone camping was because of a bachelor party. Or a joint one. I can't remember which one came first, but in any case, like, both of them were amazing experiences. Probably did not have the body to, like, you know, swim down the river all confidently, but I do have a story to tell you guys, and I don't know if we've mentioned it during a live or not, but it's one of my favorite stories to tell. But for one of the bachelor parties, Mark was the best man for his brother, and he planned a it was like a camping trip slash White River rafting trip. And if you guys know me, I'm very, very risk adverse. Like, I mean, I can handle the roller coasters, but I'm just thinking, like, if I can avoid going on one, then I will. Probably not the most fun person to go to at an amusement park, sadly. But yeah, when he told me that we were gonna do that, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I'll be honest, I was scared. Like, I don't know how to swim that well, and knowing my luck, bad stuff always happens when I do something like out of my element. So on the way up to the river, like, I don't know why I looked up, but the one time I looked up, big old sign that said how many people have died on this river. And that freaked me out. I was like sitting in the back seat, I was like, oh crap, like what are we doing? So, you know, I'm trying not to psych myself out. We get on our little life vests, and, you know, they do your, like, regular, like, okay, these are all the safety. Like, it's kind of like, you know, you should be listening to stuff when they tell you, like, the safety procedures when you're on, like, a flight. This is kind of how it felt like when they were telling us all the safety stuff, like, on the White River rafting, because it was like, oh, it doesn't sound like this is going to happen. Like, we're not going to fall off. So, sure enough, I don't know, we get some, I mean, I can call him a kid because he probably was a kid. This was probably a summer job for him away from college. But we get some kid who's like our main leader in our boat. But we have him shadowing some other guy who's more experienced. So we go in these rapids. And they name these rapids. Like, these rapids are like, I don't know. I think the one that well, I don't want to jump ahead, but one of them is called the Widowmaker. I was like, why is it called the Widowmaker? But something happened where I guess we went into the rapid at the wrong time. So what ended up happening was everyone in our raft, like, fell out. Like, everyone, all, was it 6 or 7 of us? And it's exactly like what you see in the movies. Like, when you fall in the water, it's just bubbles and water, and you just are like, okay, hopefully I get up to the surface, right? So I feel like someone just grabbed the back of my vest and just tosses me back into the raft. And I look around and there's only like 1 or 2 of us on the raft, and there's a lot of commotion. I mean, you see the other people in the other rafts, because it's like in a group, they're like looking with concern. And I'm like, where's Mark? And then my other friend was gone too. And in the distance, all you see are these little helmets just floating down the river. And I'm like, what's gonna happen to them? Like, he's like floating away. And I just remember that being super scary, but I can only imagine what Mark felt, and I'm sure he'll get to share his side of the story, because there's no way I'm glad I mean, this sounds selfish, but I'm glad I was the one that got back in the raft, because I don't know if I would have survived what he had to endure. But he's flying down the river, and they gave him instructions again when he should have been paying attention on what to do. I think you're supposed to, like, I don't want to give instructions in this video because in case you guys go and then something happens, but he was supposed to do something with his legs so that the legs wouldn't hit the rocks or whatever. And you know, he got really close to this other raft that was almost about to like pull him in, but then he went through a rapid without a raft. And I'm just like, he's gonna die. Like, what's going on? This is gonna be the worst bachelor party ever. But he survived, obviously. It was super scary. I'm like on the raft without any of the paddles. I forgot to mention that. All the paddles had like already gone downstream, and we had to use our weight to like shift the raft to go through the remaining currents. It was just a mess. But then I just remember after we all regrouped, I mean, I just remember having like a sigh of relief, like, oh, like that was cool. Like, at least we can share this cool story now. Like, we're done. So we get into this bus and I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna take us back to our campsite. But no, they drive up further up the mountain to make us go through additional rapids. And I'm thinking to myself, we have to do this again? I wasn't having it, but I didn't want to be that guy that was like, I can't do it, I don't want to do it, you know? We already drove how many ever hours it was to get there. We're doing it again. Now, the second time, you would think falling in would only happen once. But by some crazy like twist of fate, something happened. I don't remember falling in twice. Maybe some people fell in twice, but I had this huge survival instinct. Like, as soon as someone was about to like fall out, I just gained all of the strength. And I remember like rowing, and I kid you not, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I had the strength to just, someone was about to fall, I grabbed them by the life vest and just like tossed them back into the raft. And I think it was just that whole like survival instinct. Like, I don't want to die. I don't want you to die. So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure we all stay in the raft. So yeah, that's the story. And of course we get back to camp. We're all sharing how funny it was. I mean, we had this other raft that had like, I don't know, French kids that were in like probably 3rd or 4th grade. They got through the rapids just fine. We were the only ones that fell in that day. So. Gosh, when you talk and you eat, you kind of realize how much food you're putting in you. I'm like, it's almost done, but I don't feel anything right now. Make sure I scrape everything possible. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this mukbang. If you guys did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you click on that bell notification so you don't miss out on any updates. For this video, I want to ask you guys, what's your most memorable experience that you've had on a bachelor party or bachelorette party if you've ever been on one. Keep it PG in the comments. If you need to replace some words for other words, that's totally fine. I think we have some younger people on this channel, which is totally cool. But yeah, share your experiences with me, and hopefully me and Mark will see you guys very soon. Have a great weekend and take care. Bye.